No, not at all. And I think there's another area where to battle the root cause, and that is recognizing that youth's brains do not develop fully until their mid-20s, and if individuals start down a road of addiction in their teens, it's much more likely they're going to become addicted lifelong. So one of the things that the House has done, we don't know what is going to happen in the next 3 weeks on most anything that I've talked about.
You know what topic's coming.
Nothing I've been mentioning is actually a law yet. It's in the Senate. But we increased the age for smoking cigarettes to 21, and that specifically recognizes the health costs and the likelihood of addiction if a teen starts smoking. And that's also, as a segue to talk a little bit about the marijuana legalization issue, that has been one of our major concerns in the Judiciary Committee, the House Judiciary Committee, is making sure whatever we do is not going to increase youth use of marijuana. And really, at least the way I've looked at it, is that the burden is on those who want to change the system right now to show that it's not going to lead to an increase in use by youth. And where the House Judiciary Committee ended up on this was looking at the areas that we need to get our act together as a state before we proceed with legalization, or to be ready if a surrounding state legalizes. I know it's on the Massachusetts ballot this coming fall. So we're trying to put in place what we need. And the one area is education, prevention, counter-marketing program for youth, because over the past 6 years even, looking at the youth behavior risk survey, the perception that kids have that marijuana is not harmful. The perception is that it's going down, that the teens think it's not harmful. More and more teens think marijuana is risk-free. And that trend needs to be changed, because it isn't, particularly for youth. I mean, it's not a risk-free proposition to smoke marijuana. If it's used occasionally by an adult, actually not a big deal, and I'm not opposed to that, but I need to make sure that we're not setting up to normalize, by legalizing, make the statement that we're saying to kids is it's okay, it's healthy, it's fine, and we need to counter that before we go down that direction. At least that's, I think, where the Judiciary Committee ended up. And tying actually back to the traffic safety, that's another area that we feel we need to have taken care of before there's legalization or before a surrounding state legalizes, and that's the saliva test that we talked a little bit about. The polysubstance violation, and some other things we're trying to do. The lab that is going to be in Waterbury that will be able to test blood without sending it out of state for the existence of marijuana. So in any event, so those are the things that on the Judiciary Committee, I think where we ended up is that we have to lay the groundwork to be ready for legalization sometime down the road, which is a much more cautious approach than the Senate took. Now, it's also, that bill has gone to the House Ways and Means Committee, and they have taken the step of legalizing up to an ounce, possession of up to an ounce of marijuana, or having up to 2 plants. And that's, mainly I think they did that because they would have a permit system for having plants, which would raise money to help fund the education program and such. At least that's the concept. That we'll be hearing more about that, I'm sure, over the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.